Salvi Sanchez will no doubt come on the right wing in place of Alvaro Jimenez, who it's fair to say struggled somewhat in that first half. And Salvi really does change the complexion of the way Cádiz plays, for his pace on the break in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. Very direct, you know, pacey winger, good delivery as well in the box, and it's something that Álvaro Negredo, and you know, the occasions that he will have, not many, you know, thrives for. So he needs someone to put a good ball in the box, and he knows where to be.
So Jamie Easton pitch side for us. 2 changes at the break, 1 from either team, and fair amount of activity on the pitch during half-time as well, with others warming up.
Yeah, nearly every single player that was sitting on the bench has been warming up, but it hasn't been with intensity. Those who have warmed it with intensity, we see them on the pitch, is Salvi Sanchez. For Cádiz, it's obviously Sergio Roberto for Barcelona. We've seen Johnson also warming up because he had to enter the pitch so quick after Fali being injured. And we have the official number of the fans inside the Nuevo Mirandilla. It's 12,180.
We're getting up towards full capacities again in La Liga. Hopefully that will continue to be the case, and the percentage of allowed in will grow and grow as the season goes on. Cádiz looking to make a fast start to the second half as Negredo finds Salvi. Johnson then sends it back to Espino, and the cross comes in, looking for Negredo, brought down well. Sobrino still might fall for him, and Negredo to take on the shot. What a save from Ter Stegen. 24 seconds played, and we've had more action in this second half than we did in the whole of the first. We knew it would get better. And
absolutely.
Another cross coming in now that Araujo has to deal with. Ter Stegen with the unconvincing punch to himself in the end, and it's all livened up.
Yeah, but what a shot. It all started from the kickoff, really. Cádiz going for it, Salvi running at pace. Look at this, with the outside of his left foot, Álvaro Negredo. Look at that, that's brilliant. That's beautiful, and the reaction from Marc-André Ter Stegen, it looked like it was going in. And you said he didn't have anything to do in the first half. Things have changed in the second 45 minutes.
Ter Stegen staying concentrated despite the lack of action he had in that opening period. The first shot of any kind for Cádiz, who coming out in this second half looking like they mean business.
3 Barca players are warming up right now: Clement Lenglet, Felipe Coutinho and Riqui Puig.
Risky pass by Piqué. Gavi is just about able to keep it though. No free kick for the challenge by Busquets, and Dest can come forward. But he and Gavi can't keep it.
Not the best of balls there from Serginho Dest when Gavi had the man, you know, close to him.
Still, Ruben Sobrino is slow to get up. Play continuing with Memphis. Want to work it onto his right foot. Johnson knew that and blocked the route inside. That's the challenge on Sobrino that left him down briefly, but he's back up now. Dest takes the throw into Memphis. Back for Dest.
You can see Sergio Roberto keeping with. You know, it was something that Jamie was telling us in the first half that Yusuf Demir wasn't eager to do.
Yeah, he likes to move inside, doesn't he, Demir? For that, I guess it's part of the learning process as a young player. You can't always do what your instincts tell you.
Absolutely.
Frenkie de Jong making a powerful run and somehow keeping the ball initially, and it breaks loose for Gavi, who's forced back. Busquets for Mingueza. Frenkie de Jong through in the middle. Cross is a poor one though, easily dealt with by Chust, and then the free kick does go the way of Cádiz for the challenge on Arzamendia.
But it was probably the first time that De Jong then eventually gave the ball away, but it was the first time that De Jong received the ball in a good area because he had the space to do so. As we see, Negredo is
wonderful technique, isn't it? Cutting across the ball to send it curling away towards the top corner, but Ter Stegen with a great save.
I think just thinking about trying to do that is sensational, and then if you execute it that well.
Negredo's obviously got the physical attributes to be the big target man, but he's always been about more than that, isn't he? He's not just a big number 9 who can head it.
No, he's got a great left foot, and he has scored some spectacular goals during his career, even from the halfway line.
If you hear If you hear local fans clapping their hands, it's because Alex Fernandez, Perea, and especially Choco Lozano are warming up.
3 more attacking players. There's a miss kick here by Carcelén that doesn't lead to any problems. And Cádiz obviously do have more options on the bench with the injury problems that Barca have. They haven't been able to even fill their bench, whereas Cádiz have 3 more players available than the visitors.
Yeah, well, and the names that Jamie just mentioned.
The ball deflected inside. It's cleared away by Carcelén. Now picked up by Piqué. Sergio Roberto providing that width on the right. Spins out to find Mingueza. Frenkie de Jong forced back. Finds Busquets. Easily cut out by Espino. Mirandilla forward for Rubén Sobrino, still battling away for it, does well. Can't combine with Negredo though.
Actually, Negredo was looking for the pass wide, and Sobrino didn't really want to give him the ball. He just tried to take on the defender.
Now here's Sergio Roberto finding that space. Great ball, Memphis!
Oh.
And it's not converted. Not sure if he made a clean connection with it, Memphis Depay. But it was a great ball across the face of goal, and now here's Salvi just showing too much of it to Araujo. But that was much better from Barca, and it was sparked by that piece of movement from Sergio Roberto, which you talked about, Andrea.
Yeah, absolutely, and the 2 Dutchmen inverting the roles, really. De Jong assisting and Memphis missing, you know, an open goal. I would say he probably thought it was too easy. He hit it with his heel, his left heel. Couldn't direct the ball where he wanted, of course, and what a chance for Barcelona, but we said it was going to be different in the second half. We already had 2 very good chances.
And the foul committed by Gavi gives a respite for Cádiz. There's Sergio Roberto finding the space. Luke de Jong with the cross. I think he was onside, and Memphis, yeah, total miss hit. Maybe in 2 minds whether to take it on his favoured right or the left.
He thought he knew what he was doing, and he probably thought, well, I'm scoring. This is when you lose that, you know, that bit of concentration, and the chance was wasted.
Just has dropped a little his form, Memphis Depay, since joining Barca. Made a great start to the season. Got a couple of goals early, but hasn't been able to replicate that form. That was the best chance of the night for sure. It's Mingueza looking for him here. Can he make amends? Nearly, but Ledesma diving to his right, making a very good save. That time forced to work by Memphis.
Well, this is a different Barcelona in the second half, different approach as well. And Memphis, I think that it's been dragged with the team's level, really, and the team's performances. He started really well, as the team did. The first game against Real Sociedad, Barca looked absolutely fantastic, and since then they kind of deflated a little bit, and he's paid the price as well, but he's a fantastic player.
He's taking the corner. Ledesma palms it away. Gavi back to de Jong of the Frenkie variety. He angles in the cross. Piqué tries to head down, but only to Jonsson. He really just played a blind clearance anywhere will do, rather than trying to keep the ball, which allows Barca to come forward again. Araujo.
And Negredo was regretting that, asking his teammates just to think a little bit.
Now Dest. Back to Araujo. Gavi closed down by Jonsson. Turns again to find Busquets. First time onto Memphis. And now de Jong looking for Memphis once again. Challenge was needed by Carcelén. A bit more pace, a bit more directness about Barca in this second half, a bit more tempo and rhythm.
Yeah, there's a bit more of rhythm, there's a bit more of movement as well, and belief. I think that, you know, the speech at halftime was pretty easy from Ronald Koeman. There were lots of things to be changed.
His Dest.
Álvaro Cervera will move the bench. Perea and Choco Lozano have been called.
A pair of forwards readying themselves, as Espino does well to dispossess De Jong, but not for long. Luke De Jong, though, is the next to lose out as Johnson pings it up to Negredo. He can't keep hold of it. So signs as well from the bench, it seems, that Cádiz want to go for it a little bit more as well. Both these teams opening up in the second half. Gavi to Memphis. Nice first-time ball for Dest. Luke de Jong has gone down in the middle, awaiting the cross. It doesn't come anyway, as Dest is dispossessed. And then Lorenzo Sobrino working hard to win it. Negredo, good turn away from Piqué. He's got two outside him on the left. It's a good ball for Artamendia. Espino moving ahead of him. Artamendia thinking about the shot. Takes it on. That's blocked by Araujo.
Well, he had three decisions to make and probably took the wrong one. He went for glory when he had Espino overlapping and Sobrino sprinting on the right-hand side, completely unmarked.
But another sign of the growing intent of Cádiz to take the game to Barcelona. 10 minutes played in the second half, and looking much more likely now than it was at any point in the first half that the deadlock might be broken. I said we've had goals, Andrea, in every game in this round of fixtures. I've got faith we're going to get goals here tonight as well.
Yeah, I do as well. As Perea is going to come on, and this means quality. Let's see who is he going to replace. Probably Artamendia, who's really tired. He's been running a lot.
Espino couldn't keep that in, and we might find out exactly now who is going to come off. We'll see again that effort on target from Memphis. Very good try.
Is the player that will be subbed off.
As you suspected it would be, Andrea, and that is very much an attacking move with Artamendia, who really is a fullback playing at left midfield today, replaced by an out-and-out winger, Perea, who will look to get forward whenever he can.
Yeah, probably, you know, Álvaro Cervera acknowledging that there will be spaces to be exploited, and he's a specialist for doing so. A very good player. Perea, 1v1, and El Choco Lozano as well, coming on for Negredo.
So fresh legs.
What an ovation from the local fans here. Everybody clapping their hands, standing up. Huge ovation to one of their favourite players.
And a big roar for Lozano as well.
Indeed.
Lozano had a very good game in the win at Celta on Friday, and scored the opener there. He can play on the wing, but looks like he'll be through the middle today.
And obviously, it's not the same having El Choco Lozano than Álvaro Negredo, and that would mean that Cádiz will have to attack differently. Now they've got two very quick players up front in the likes of Sobrino and El Choco Lozano.
As it's worked well by Frenkie de Jong to Mingueza. Johnson in position to clear, and Lozano showing immediately that he can be a handful. Trying to get away from Araujo, which is easier said than done, but at least he's held on to possession. Carried the ball deep into the Barca half. And in the end, Araujo is just too good.
Yeah. As I said, I wouldn't even try. Obviously, Choco Lozano has space, but Araujo is in the form of his life.
Would you say he's Barca's best central defender now, or out of the various options they have?
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt.
And the best pairing probably as well, him with Piqué, the two we're seeing out there today. But it'll be worked hard by Lozano for the final half hour, and 3 of the 4 forwards for Cádiz now are fresh on the field since half-time. Salvi and Perea on the wings, and Lozano up front. So certainly it's a sign of intent from the home team coach, Álvaro Cervera. Just the one change made so far by Ronald Koeman, the half-time switch of Sergio Roberto on for Yusuf Demir.
And Lenglet, Coutinho and Ricky Puig are still warming up. No changes there.
Here's Luke de Jong finding some space for Sergio Roberto. Crosses charged down by Espino. Taken quickly for Frenkie de Jong. Sergio Roberto for Frenkie. Clever chip
What a
through.
ball.
Memphis into the area, lays it back, can't find anyone, and it's scrambled away, and maybe he was too unselfish there as the counter-attack is on now for Salvi.
It was his first touch, let it down. Andy, obviously, he took it backwards and had to pass it back and carry it back to Luke de Jong, who couldn't really read it, but what a chance and what a ball from Frenkie de Jong.
Pereira is dispossessed, and then I think Espino assumed he was offside, so he only half-heartedly played for the ball, but there is no flag. It goes on and comes to Carcelén, who's going to take on the shot that deflects off Dest and behind for a corner. Cádiz certainly attacking with more men getting forward now, showing a real desire to try and win the game.
Yeah, obviously Álvaro Cervera sensing that this could be Cádiz's moment, knowing that Barcelona this season defensively they haven't looked stronger, so the players he's introduced are giving them different options.
The fans sensing it as well. The volume turned up by those Cádiz fans as their team has a corner which is taken by Salvi, flicked on at the near post by Chust, couldn't quite get enough on it. It can be returned to Salvi Sanchez. And run at Dest. Cross easily cleared by Mingueza this time. Memphis taking his time, more time than he really had. Barca do get it away. He's back with Ledesma. Ball up to Lozano. Taken on by Carcelén. Good challenge by Dest. Busquets for Frenkie de Jong, who holds off the challenge of Pereira and does so with his arm out stretched and too high into the face of the opponent. So free kick given the way of Cádiz.
Now it's a free kick for Barcelona because he understands there was a foul on Busquets, but then he showed the yellow card to Frenkie de Jong just to let his elbow back.
And so there's the foul by Alarcón. It was whistled first, but as you say, thanks for clearing that up, Jamie. The yellow card shown to Frenkie de Jong for the subsequent challenge there. But certainly no lack of belief among these fans, Jamie. They've really pumped up the volume in the last few minutes.
Yeah, since that corner kick, which they celebrated like a goal nearly, they are cheering up their players, understanding that Cádiz can go for this. But you could hear the assistant manager on the preview, Roberto Pereira, saying that a draw is a very good result for them.
Half an hour away from that at the moment. We see Gavi as being instrumental, the 17-year-old, in his first start for Barca. Will he last the 90 minutes? There are options for Ronald Koeman. As Araujo breaking forward here to find Dest. Gavi ahead of him. Memphis inside. Can he turn? Feeds it on to Dest. Cádiz with 8 players inside their penalty area defending. Mingueza finds Dest. Gavi. Luke de Jong waiting in the middle, hoping a cross will come his way. But Barca rotated around the perimeter of the area and Gavi again.
Sergio Roberto was making a run down the right, asking for the ball, but
good turn by Memphis, clipped into the middle. Clever idea, looking for the run of Frenkie de Jong, but Ledesma can gather.
Not too many Barcelona midfielders look for that pass. Sergio Roberto was running at the back of Espino, and it was a good opportunity. Memphis loves to play with his back to goal, using his strength and body to hold up the defender. And once again, a run created something in the run from Frenkie de Jong.
There's Pereira. Ball played into the channel for Lozano to chase, but he was never really going to get near it. It's Piqué, and now Araujo can try to bring Barcelona forward again. Amid all the doom and gloom, Andrea, that's been surrounding Barca in the last, well, couple of years, but the last week or so in particular, it's worth remembering Barca are unbeaten in La Liga this season. If they do win this game, they'll be up to 5th place with a game in hand on the teams above them, so it's not that bleak a picture.
Yeah, it's more the performances than the results, really. Andy are telling the story, and obviously we all know the players missing, but there's
certainly room for improvement.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if they can sneak the win tonight, that will go a long way towards turning things around. And De Jong is in trouble. He's going off. He was booked a couple of minutes ago for a flailing arm, and now, in trying to win the ball back, he's lunged in and has been shown a second yellow card by Carlos Del Cerro Grande, much to the bemusement of Ronald Koeman. Sergio Roberto, it seems, has also been booked for complaining about that decision. Now, it will be reviewed, of course, and if it was shown to be a clean challenge by Frenkie, then he'll be reprieved, but that seems unlikely.
And obviously, for me, Espino makes the most of it. We have to see it again. Frenkie de Jong stretching to get, before the Cádiz fullback. It does.
And Koeman has just called Felipe Coutinho.
Well, he won the ball and then tried to pull his feet out of the way, didn't he, De Jong?
Yeah. Well, for me, that's not a sending off. Well, that's not a booking.
I think he's in agreement with you. But now over to Ignacio Iglesias, the VAR official, to see if he's going to intervene and tell the on-field referee to reconsider. But Koeman must be thinking, when it rains, it pours. Maybe his most important player, Frenkie de Jong, sent off, and he has to reorganise now.
And it was the first time.
Koeman just made an indication with his fingers. They have to play 4-4-1. That's what he wants.
The first time that De Jong was going to receive the ball in a good area, he probably was wrong-sided, and he lost his foot in, and then.
And the referee will have seen him lunge in. That's the decision, that he came off his feet, dived in, and made contact with the opponent in his follow-through. And that's the kind of challenge that is invariably going to get you a yellow card today. But he didn't see that De Jong got the ball first and then tried to pull his feet out of the way.
You can see he's trying to avoid any contact with Espino.
But the decision stands, so Barca down to 10 men for the final quarter of this game. Coutinho poised to come on. We'll see exactly how that 4-4-1 shape looks. Coutinho may well come on for Gavi, do you think?
De Jong, maybe. And then plays Memphis as a lone striker.
There's a sad sight. Fally clearly still struggling. I think, Jamie, the Cádiz fans have just spotted him coming back out.
Cádiz fans are enjoying every moment right now. By the way, yellow card for Aroyan.
For the challenge on Luke de Jong. Fally having his name chanted as he emerges from the tunnel to try and watch the rest of this game. So who will it be? Philippe Coutinho recently returned from injury. You were right, Andrea. It's Luke de Jong.
Well, obviously, Luke de Jong is not going to give you pace up front. Playing with 10 men. The opportunities are going to come from, from players with those type of abilities. And
so Memphis on his own up front now in the 4-4-1, with Sergio Roberto on the right, Coutinho on the left, Gavi and Busquets in the middle. Assume that will be how it is for Barca.
Yeah, absolutely. The chances for Barcelona will depend on Coutinho's inspiration, of course.
They've got to be careful at the other end as well, though. Here's Johnson, sends the cross towards the far post, and Mingueza able to swipe it away. Obviously, this gives massive encouragement for Cádiz, especially the way they can play directly with pace down the flanks, try to get the extra space that way against the 10 men. Espino winning the corner.
Well, everything's going into Cádiz's direction, really. You know, the type of game in the first half that probably Álvaro Cervera expected. Then with the substitutions, he tried to make more pressure on Barcelona. They got lucky with the sending off of Frenkie de Jong, and they're going to be pressing for the last 20 minutes of the game.
Corner then for Cádiz. Listen to the fans. They're getting ready to celebrate. They sense a goal here. Ter Stegen palms that away.
Piqué understands it's a very important moment. He's clapping his hands, trying to cheer up his teammates.
Yeah, this is where Barca have to dig in, isn't it? With a noisy crowd against them, down to 10 men. A game that they really want to win, but you'd feel certainly must not lose. This is where you have to earn your money, Andrea.
Yeah.
As that ball can't be kept in by Sobrino. And an interesting one tactically for Koeman on the sidelines and for the Barca players out there. So how much do they risk going for the win? Because of course they're Barcelona, they have to try and beat any opposition, especially a team like Cádiz. But away from home with 10 men, from here 0-0 wouldn't be terrible.
Well,
there will be a new substitution, by the way. Koeman just called Nico. He will enter the pitch.
Another youngster poised to come on. You had a little chuckle there.
Yeah, I mean, nobody will remember at Barcelona if they were playing with 10 or 11 men if you don't win away against Cádiz. I had a really good manager that you know well, Brendan Rodgers, and we used to train on you know, on playing with a man down, and it actually happened, you know, during the playoffs to go to the Premier League. After 3 minutes, we were one man down, and we controlled the game away at Forest. So you can actually hurt the opposition even though you are 10 against 11, and this is Barcelona. So
stay positive.
Yep.
Try to win the game. Don't just think, right, we're down to 10 and let's close it down now. Can't imagine a Barcelona team being praised for doing that. Here's a clever flick from Coutinho. Gavi trying to get away from Johnson, gives it back to Coutinho. And he work it onto his right foot. We know that's what he wants to do. Lays it off for Busquets, who stabs it back first time for Coutinho to chase to the corner flag. Gavi turning. Cross wasn't a bad one, but there's no one coming in at the far post because Sergio Roberto had made a run inside. And Cádiz can clear for Espino to bring it forward. Lozano holding off Piqué, who was holding him, and concedes the free kick.
Choco Lozano using his body well, and Espino, he just has so much energy, the Cádiz fullback.
He's a dynamo, isn't he? Never stops running. Into the final 20 minutes of an increasingly intriguing game. It took a while to get going. In truth, not a lot happened in the first half, but this second period is providing plenty of talking points. So now time for that final change.
Gavi will be replaced. Nico will play these final minutes.
I say final change, it may not be. There are more available for Ronald Koeman, in fact, as Nico Gonzalez comes on for his third appearance for Barcelona. Another teenager, 19 years of age.
Another very good footballer. The son of Fran González, Deportivo La Coruña's legend.
Koeman was so upset now with the referee. Referee, let's say, did not want it to look to the Dutchman.
Long ball for Salvi. Looks to take on Dest around the outside. Can't get enough power on the cross. Nico trying to bring it away, but gives it away. Increasing sense that Cádiz is scenting blood here. We see that 4-4-1 shape that Barca have adopted. As Pereira takes it down the flank. Just about able to keep it in. Mingueza makes the challenge. Out for the throw-in.
They haven't used Pereira enough Cádiz on the ball, obviously.
Yeah, it's been mainly down the right, hasn't it?
Yeah. And he's got plenty of ability.
Here he is on the ball right now, trying to show that ability. Mingueza challenges him. Did have a season with Barca's B team 5 years ago, Pereira. Throwing into Lozano. They back for Espino. Cross is a dangerous one, and the header from Sobrino loops onto the top of the net. But it's certainly the home side who are looking the more likely scorers at the moment.
Yeah, they're pressing. You see the ball from Espino, usually just crossing it in the box. There's always going to be a chance. This is Sobrino beating Serginho Dest in the air. That's a decent chance, Andy.
That's the incident that, as Jamie told us, got Ronald Koeman so incensed with the referee. No foul given against Haroyan. Here's Espino, still full of energy, winning the ball to find Lozano, and now Pereira.
Once again, Sergio Roberto wanted the ball in behind, and Nico played it into his feet, and Barca gave the ball away.
Busquets to Nico, the substitute, breaking into a little bit of space. Now Sergio Roberto. Back for Busquets. Coutinho. Now Araujo has a bit of space to come forward. Barca with a prolonged spell of possession here. Can they make it pay? Well, no, because Coutinho gives it away. Memphis trying to win it back. Uses his strength very well. He's caught on the back of the head. Ends up walking away from the situation, not aware that the ball was there for him. Not getting the free kick. As it's sent long down the line, too long. That will go straight out. Into the final 15 minutes at the Nuevo Mirandilla.
Now it's pretty obvious that Barca's running out of energy. The only player really that's using a bit of quality is this man here, Felipe Coutinho.
Almost gave it away there, though. And just wonder, especially in these final 15 minutes, whether it will become a factor that Cádiz actually had 3 days more to prepare for this game. Their last game was on Friday night when they won at Celta Vigo, but Barca's last game was on Monday night.
Yeah, well, it is a factor, of course.
Lozano with the deep cross, brought down by Pereira, for Espino to drive in. Away by Mingueza. And more of a factor, Andrea, now in the final stages, especially as Barca have 10 men.
Yeah, absolutely. If that was probably a high-flying Barcelona, that wouldn't be a problem. But obviously mentally, some of these players, you can see that they're not enjoying it at the moment. And not only today, because now they've got a player less, but they are going through a difficult period. So
it's hard work out there, isn't it, for Barca?
Yeah.
Here's Nico, who's got strong physique as well in the centre of midfield. Did well to find Coutinho. On to Memphis, who tries to get past Castellén, can't do so. And the fullback wins the throw-in. He's looking tired as well now, and maybe signalling that he needs to come off, is he? Certainly signalling something to the bench.
It looked like he had cramps. Yeah, Acapo was going to come on.
They called Acapo. Yeah, they called Acapo. Acapo had been warming up for the last minutes, so that will be the substitution.
Yeah, will be the 5th and final change. Carlos Acapo, former Valencia and Huesca player. He'll be the entrant in the right-back position in place of Castellén.
And Ricky Puig has been called by Ronald Koeman.
This was a chance right at the start of the second half. 24 seconds played after the break when Negredo tried his luck from outside the box. Ter Stegen with an excellent save. The closest Cádiz has come to a goal.
He knew exactly what he was doing, Álvaro Negredo, there.
Since then, Barca have had a couple of chances at the other end with Memphis miss-kicking. A very good opportunity close to goal and having another effort from the edge of the box pushed away. So Cádiz have used their full 5 subs now. A Capo on at right back. Ricky Puig, Jamie tells us, will be appearing soon for Barca.
He will be the last substitution Koeman can do because he's used 2 windows already.
You imagine it'll be for Busquets, the only midfielder out there who started the game.
Yeah, that would be the obvious one, unless, I don't know, I don't think you can really take Memphis off, though he's really, really tired.
He's the sole striker, isn't he?
Yeah.
Serginho Dest is the man replaced.
Well, we didn't see that one coming.
No.
So it'll be a change in shape somehow, maybe a back 3. Keep an eye on that one. Dest.
Probably Sergio Roberto comes
to right back and or to left back. Yeah, that's true. Ever versatile Sergio Roberto.
It's Minguez on the left and Sergio Roberto as a right back.
Memphis to Busquets. Back to Memphis. Does well to work it on to Puig, but he loses it. And here's a chance for Espino. Look at the space opening up for him. Finds Salvi! Saved by Ter Stegen, and the rebound is put wide by Ruben Sobrino. And what a reprieve for Ricky Puig. Just come on, first touch, gave the ball away in a dangerous position, very nearly the opener.
It's not easy. It's not easy to come into a game at full pace and more in Ricky Puig's situation, but obviously he hasn't done any favors to himself. Espino, you know, taking the right decision at the right time into Salvi. That's a fantastic save from Ter Stegen.
Poor finish or good goalkeeping, or a bit of both?
A little bit of both, but I have to say that obviously Ter Stegen stood his ground and stretched his right leg and obviously made himself big.
It's Cádiz who have had more shots now, 6 to Barcelona's 3. Into the final 10 minutes. Still no breakthrough. The only game in match day 6 that hasn't yielded a goal yet. The only game that could finish as a draw. There were 9 winners in the previous 9 games. There'll be a twist here. It's Cádiz who have got a greater look of conviction about them. Certainly more energy about their play. As that switched over to Salvi, keeps it in.
Great ball from Alarcón. I think that Alarcón is desperate to be playing for a team with more possession of the ball. But they're having more today.
Here he is again. Underhits this one though, and it's headed away by Sergio Roberto. Lozano can turn, holds off Piqué. Alarcón with the nice pass out to the left for Pereira. Swings in the cross, flicked on by Jonsson and just beyond the run of Ruben Sobrino. Jonsson staying down. Seems to be holding his throat.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened there.
Espino, yeah. Espino, I think.
Yeah, got an inadvertent kick from his teammate.
What's Espino doing there? I don't know.
Oh, they want to win it now, don't they? Even the left back in the middle. They've managed this game well, Cádiz. Obviously, they've had a helping hand with the dismissal of Frenkie de Jong, which helped turn the game in their favour in terms of control of it. But they've always looked pretty comfortable. Yeah,
absolutely. Both the players and the manager, they've dealt with the game really, really well. The substitutions have arrived at the right time, and now they're pushing for the win.
Now they'll push again. Salvi cross to the far post is a poor one, easy for Ter Stegen. There's not really any impetus from Barca to get the ball out of Ter Stegen's hands quickly and try to launch an attack. And they do try to do so with Coutinho finding a bit of space. Not many options ahead of him, only Memphis. To the right, he has Sergio Roberto. Busquets to Puig, to Nico.
I think that Coutinho's the man they need to find to spar things up for Barca.
He should be fresh as well, as should Puig. Playing a little deeper as they're pushed all the way back to Ter Stegen. Mingueza, who is Barca's 4th left back in the last 3 games now, with Jordi Alba playing against Bayern, getting injured. Alejandro Balde came in for the game against Granada, got injured, then Dest played there, and now Mingueza. Free kick won by Memphis. We see most of Barca's attacking has been down that left side through Dest, who's recently been replaced. Piqué is acting as a centre forward again. As the ball comes in, it's looped high in the air, danger still. Memphis nods it, but Acapo can clear. Could have cleared more conclusively than that. Coutinho touches it down, hooked in by Nico. Away this time by Haroyan, and there might be a break on now. Pereira controls it. 5 Cádiz players bursting forward. Espino on the ball. Barca comes in, it's looped high in the air, danger still. Memphis nods it, but Acapo can clear. Could have cleared nearly to Lozano. Okay, with the head.
Piqué.
Yeah, he's been very good again today.
Yeah, he's having a good game.
He and Araujo. They might need to do a fair amount more work though in the next 5 minutes plus added time. Alarcón.
You can see Espino is not a fullback anymore. He's just staying up there.
He fancies it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Salvi Sanchez with the pass through. Gets it back and now returns it to Acapo. Lovely combination down the right. Behind by Araujo. There is more work for those central defenders after the good combination between Salvi Sanchez and Carlos Acapo.
Ter Stegen asking Memphis Depay to help in defensive task in the corner kick.
There's no De Jong to defend corners now. Luke De Jong, not Frenkie, of course. With the substitutions, Barca needs to be alert.
Alarcón with the deep delivery, too deep. Ricky Puig is challenged by Pereira and concedes the throw. Barca with everybody back. Lozano returns it to Pereira. Clever flick for Lozano, who draws the tackle from Busquets, which is a goal kick. The referee was pointing that way, and I think Busquets thought at first he'd been penalised.
The touch was heavy, he knew, and he just went down. You could see that he was looking for Busquets' leg.
He left the foot in, didn't he? And that's good refereeing.
Yeah.
Barca looking tired. It's not going to get any easier for them. Games coming thick and fast. Next up, Levante on Sunday. Then Benfica away in the Champions League next midweek. Then Atletico Madrid away. Tough run of games coming up. Makes it even more important for them to try and pick up a win here. 3 minutes to go. They got a late goal on Monday night. Now they'd love another late goal here. Collision in midfield between Busquets and Soberano. Neither of them punished. Play goes on. Nico to Busquets to Memphis. He's pulled wide to the left, so no one in the middle. But he drew the challenge there from Acapo, and
well,
yellow card.
He'll be clumsy there from Acapo. Probably Memphis desperate to get that foul. And you know, Barca needs to rely on those type of chances.
They can get Piqué and Araujo into the box again. And Mingueza, but Araujo, the scorer on Monday night.
Deliveries from Memphis haven't been great tonight, so it's Coutinho's turn.
Allows them to get an extra goal scorer in the box as well. What can Coutinho deliver?
Well,
oh dear. Very poor, very disappointing. And now back onto the defensive mode for Barcelona as Pereira tries to send it forward. Blocked by Sergio Roberto. Switch it over to the right now. That's a great ball for Salvi. Acapo coming forward, but Salvi will take it on himself. The cross cleared away by Araujo to Capo. He can give it back to Salvi for another crossing chance. Espino is playing as a centre forward now. Doesn't find him. Capo trying to win it again. Salvi will try once more. This time it's chested down. Poor ball though.
Very poor there from Sobrino.
And Memphis now. He's got Ricky Puig running ahead of him. It's two of them against four defenders. Alarcón with the foul, earning the yellow card, but I think he knew what he was doing there.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you don't get the ball, make sure you get the man.
Yeah, he had to stop Memphis from going towards goal. Ricky Puig helping him. It was a kind of a 2 against 4 from Barcelona, but still with the quality these players possess, so you could see there.
No doubt about the yellow card. Maybe grazed the ball, but got a lot more of the man than he did the ball. And now, a shooting chance. Who's going to take this?
It looks like Coutinho again.
Let's hope it's better than his free kick a minute ago. In discussion with Ricky Puig over something or other. Maybe they've got a training ground routine worked out here as we move to stoppage time. And a bit of hush falling over the stadium, Jamie. Nervous moments for Cádiz fans now.
They're all nervous right now. Looking at what will happen, by the way, 5 minutes will be added.
He's probably asking Ricky to stop the ball for him.
Slightly change the angle.
Yeah.
It's a 5-man Cádiz wall. Memphis is there as well, maybe to try and provide a route through and block the view of Ledesma. As we move into those 5 minutes of added time. Philippe Coutinho with a chance to become Barcelona's hero on the night. It's a decent try, but Ledesma knew it was always going wide and watched it past the post.
Unless Coutinho asks Ricky to give the ball back to him, you see the ball is moving.
Yeah,
it's harder for.
And you would think he wanted it stopped rather than moving.
Exactly, yeah. Just to get a better angle on it, but.
And so he had to hurry the shot a little because it came to him more quickly. He couldn't attack it in the way he wanted. Run inside by Sobrino. Good ball over to the left.
And Espino's in the box again.
Again, Pereira might try himself. He wanted to, but Busquets with a magnificent tackle. And Barca will try to counter. Nico. Pulled back by Jonsson. Another tactical foul. And he's fortunate to avoid the yellow card that Alarcón picked up.
Piqué was joining in the counter-attack.
He can't understand that wasn't a yellow card. Koeman protesting a lot right now.
A clean challenge that time by Chust, who's been very steady at the back today for Cádiz, as has Arroyan. They open up to the right again for Salvi. Salvi's ball is a really poor one. He's not made the most of his opportunities, has he? Normally much better than that.
Absolutely. And you could see Capo as well, underlapping and giving him a chance, running into the box. He went for the cross, but he's tried like 5 or 6 times. And every time he's just found the gloves of Ter Stegen.
Up to Memphis. Great strength.
And every time he's just found the gloves of Ter Stegen.
Up to Memphis. Great strength. Ball runs loose to Nico. Coutinho. Sergio Roberto outside him. Busquets gets it back from Puig, and now Nico opened up for Coutinho. 3 in the middle.
What a ball.
The cross is a good one. Memphis can't direct it goalwards. I'm not sure if he was trying to, or if he was trying to lay it off for a teammate, but maybe going for goal was the better option. It seemed the more obvious option.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to say that was as clear as the previous chance Memphis had, you know, in the 5th minute of the second half, but the ball from Coutinho was half a goal.
And now given away by Barca, and Sobrino can come forward. 4 in the middle, cut back, blocked, and in the end it bounces off the head of Lozano. It was Salvi who had the shot. Both teams really trying to win it here in the final stages. Back we go.
Look at Piqué.
It's Gerard Piqué playing as the right winger, carrying it on. Memphis, can he win it? No, he puts it past the post. Well, both teams really could have won it in the last couple of minutes.
And there's still a minute to be played, a minute and a half.
Back we go.
And Piqué's up front.
It's become a basketball game. You attack, we attack. As Pereira carries it on. Lozano, fist, can he win it? No, he puts it past the post. Well, both teams really could have won it in the last couple of minutes.
And there's still a minute to be played, a minute and a half.
Back we go.
And Piqué's up front.
It's become a basketball game. You attack, we attack. As Pereira carries it on. Lozano, loose touch, but he's able to open it up. Oh, and a long way off the target. Well, there's been no lack of trying to win the game in this second half. Maybe there was in the first half. It was very sterile, but it's really livened up.
Piqué does it ever so well, actually timing that pass perfectly. Memphis goes with the inside of his right foot just to make sure he's going to hit the target, but he can. From that angle, he knows he should have done much better. As he goes again.
Great control. Got a lot to do still. Able to find Coutinho. Last minute of added time. Still Coutinho. Tried to square it for Puig. The challenge came in from Johnson. Will there be one more chance to win it for either team? Could have been goals at either end. It's still a stalemate.
And fair play to Barcelona. They're trying to win the game as well with 10 men.
They certainly have shown that endeavour.
Yeah.
And they might, yeah, not quite. The header from Busquets doesn't come off, and Pereira now for Alarcón. Cádiz want one more attack. Salvi races away. He's got Lozano in the middle. Araujo holding him up and did brilliantly. Danger still not completely past. The referee allowing play to go on as Salvi crosses. Lozano converts it.
And obviously Busquets has been towards Salvi.
This is crazy. Busquets kicking the ball away, but not really away, kicking it straight into Salvi, who had the ball.
By the way, Salvi had Choco Lozano completely unmarked in the box. They couldn't see him.
Rather bizarre scenes to finish the game, which has gone beyond the 5 minutes of added time now. Look at Busquets kick it here. Great pass to Salvi. Managed to find him. And that stopped the play, and, well, Barca had stopped defending, hadn't they, by the time it came to Lozano. Breathless finish here. And there's still more action. A last chance, surely this will be.
Wait a minute, because they're calling the referee. And it's a red card.
For Koeman?
I believe it's for Koeman, who was protesting a lot. Now Koeman is asking for an explanation. And he has been sent off.
Trying to see the funny side, but the Barca boss has been dismissed, as is his compatriot earlier, Frenkie de Jong. Here's the last action of the game. Played in by Salvi, cleared away. Not yet. Referee allowing play to go on. Ter Stegen saves it. And now the final whistle blows. Well, it finishes goalless. Could have been anything in the end. What a second half that was.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had a much better second half than the first one. Cádiz doing everything right, I think. The game management from Álvaro Cervera was spot on. The substitutions made the difference. Memphis could have won it for Barcelona. He had 3 really good chances, and on the other end, it was Ter Stegen saving Barca from losing this game. Cádiz fans happy with the performance of the second half. There's a lot to do in this Barcelona, but at least they showed resilience and they went for the win, even though they went down to 10 men.